All right, looks like we're live. So just gonna set everything up, and we'll get into the scenario for the day. Hope everybody's doing well. As always, I don't have anything set up like I should prior to getting started, but we're gonna get it going here. It's not gonna take too long. It's a Saturday, about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So not too late, a little later than I wanted to get out, but not too late. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. So I've got 4 people. People are finding the stream. That's what's up. We're just getting started, guys. I have to let me get a couple things straight, and we'll get right into it. There we go. That's what I want right there. Okay. 6 people, 7 people in. That's what's up. All right, people are finding the stream. Very cool. I just got to get my chat phone involved in the scenario here. All right, cool. How's everybody doing today? We're out here on a Saturday, about noon. I haven't turned the app on yet. We're gonna turn the app on in just a minute and get rolling. I just got to move some of these cables and cords around. So I had the phone plugged in today. Not gonna happen again. If you know, you know. Just wrap this around here so that if it pulls, it'll pull this mount, not the phone. That would be the last thing we need. Let's see. KC Battles 2843. Okay, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the comment in the chat. All right, so do I sound good? Let's do a sound check. Does the microphone sound legit? Is everything working? Just let me know in the chat if you can hear me. And we're gonna get this ball rolling. I'll get the app started in just a minute. Got one more thing to do. All right. Let's see. This one. And that's pretty good. All right. Let's see what we can do on a Saturday. Usually our goal is 150 for the day. I think that's a good place to start. If for some reason we get that sooner, that'd be great. My acceptance rate is like 70% exactly, so it's going to be an interesting day. I am trying to continue to stay platinum. Seems to work in these markets, but that's a whole nother story. Yesterday, it got hammered. I was in the 80s, and then I was in the mid 70s, and then I was on the other side of town, and I was coming back, so I got almost back over to where I'm at right now. And the app just kept giving me orders like I was on the other side of town. Let me know if that's ever happened to you guys, but it was basically like, 3 miles for McDonald's or whatever. Good orders, but the problem is I was 10 miles away from that McDonald's, so it's not a 3-mile order. And it did that 2 or 3 times, and I could not accept those orders. I tried to restart the app. I tried to do everything. I ended up having to basically uninstall the app and restart it. And after that, I did get it solved. I talked to support. Of course, there's nothing they can do. But they were like, yeah, you need to reinstall the app or whatever. So I did that. It was crazy, man. So that killed my acceptance rate. That took my acceptance rate from, I think, like 74 down to 70. And then when I started dashing on the new app, it put me on earn by time. And so I had to take the first order or earn by time because I was stuck at that point. So I took that order. Thankfully, it was a $9 tip, and it was like $4 base pay earned by time. So that was pretty good, $13.71. And then they sent me another one that was 0 tip. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. I'm at 70%. There's some sirens going on. Hope everybody's okay. That's the paramedic. All right. So I still have to get the chat phone involved, dude. I'm slowly getting my stuff together today, guys. Thank you for bearing with me, man. All right, here we go. I think I can get into the the chat with this phone. Got 9 people in. Blue Wolf, what's up? Happy Saturday. Casey Battles. Okay, Cajun Adventures, what's good? Thank you for being here, everybody. All right. So we're getting started. We're getting going. Slow start to the day. About to turn the app on. So I'm going to turn this app on until 9:30 because our acceptance rate's so low that we need to continue. I need all day. I need all day scheduled out just in case. And shoot, it might take all day. It might take all day. We're gonna see, man. But I got this plugged up, so we don't have to resuscitate the live stream today, like we did last time. Man, that was crazy. If you were here, if you know, you know. If not, well, you should go look at the last live stream that I did. But not today. Stick with me here. Let's go. Let's go see if we can make some money. So we get the app on. We got the app on. I gotta turn that off. All right, yeah. I want the sound on this, but I don't want the sound on that. All right. Okay, we got the first order. It's a McDonald's 625 plus for 1.8 miles. Definitely going to take that. It's a pretty good one. So it's good to start out. The McDonald's is literally right there. But I am going to drive over there. I am going to drive over there, though, just so I have the car ready to roll when we get out. Not a bad start. I'm kind of nervous because when the acceptance rate's low like this, that's when they start sending you really questionable orders, and you got to really start making kind of decisions. I'm gonna throw my microphones back there. I got a spare mic just in case we need it. Sometimes might run out of juice about like maybe a few hours in, so we'll see what happens. These are pretty good though. These are the Lark A1s. If you like this microphone, if you think it's doing a good job, I have a link in the description. If you make videos and you want a cheap microphone, it's a little cheaper than the DJIs. It doesn't cost as much, but I think it works pretty good. It's a good middle ground, and it's not like the bottom of the barrel. It's like a good mid-tier microphone, and I really mean that. I've had pretty good success with it, so changed the game from not having microphones for sure. All right, so I'm gonna run into the store here. I'll see you guys in the chat. If you're new here, I'll take my phone with me. So if there's a wait inside, we can chat while we wait. So I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Dude, that was way too long of a wait. The only reason I waited on that is because it's the first order, and I just want to get an order done to get started. But my goodness, dude, that was way too long. All right, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for hanging in there. For all of you who stuck it out, man, my goodness. But they're busy in there. They're very busy. I started to get antsy. People could probably see. They were like, dude, I was just, it's like, man, you know, you're not making any money when you're waiting. So it sucks. But anyway, it's a good order. It's close. 625 plus, could be 650, could be more. We'll find out. I told the customer, I was like, dude, I don't know why they're taking so long, but I'm waiting for it. So maybe they'll look out. We'll see. We're gonna find out pretty soon here. This is not too far away. Kendra, I was reading that what you were talking about, the the 2 streams. That's crazy. So that's why you thought, because I was like, I don't think I said that, but that is funny. That makes sense. It is weird how the world works. Let's go. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to the drop off. All that waiting, and it's gonna be 3 minutes. We're gonna be done with this. But hey, you gotta start somewhere. 14 people in the chat. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We're in Raleigh, North Carolina. Somebody asked that. We're in Raleigh today. To answer that question. We're trying to do a little Doordashing. We're gonna see if we can get, you know, I don't really have as much of a goal today. I'd like to say at the bare minimum 150, but if we can get more than that, I mean, if that happens soon enough, I might push it a little bit. We'll just see how much we can get going. It's, you know, it's a Saturday, so I got started a little late, but it was 12 o'clock when we started. Just about. I turned the app on a little after. It's already been 20 minutes, unfortunately. We're still in the first order, so hopefully the rest of the day won't be a bunch of waits like that, but we'll see. And of course, later I'll turn the camera around. You guys can see the city as we drive around. I typically do that. I go back and forth if you're new here. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of that as time goes on. But how's everybody's Saturday doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, it's busy kind of time of year. It gets a little slower during the summer, late spring and summer. It gets slower. This time of year is usually pretty good, but it's a nice day out. That can affect it. I mean, you know, obviously it's a nice day, so people want to go out, and that can have, you know, an impact. A lot of different factors, but it's a decent market, so it should be pretty good. I don't see why we can't hit the 150 for the day at least. Get more than that, that'd be great. Sometimes on Saturdays I try to shoot for 200, but I got out a little bit late today. I'm not gonna sit there and say we're staying until 200 and then keep the stream up until like 12 o'clock this evening, you know, a 12-hour stream or something just to make it happen. We're not gonna do that, but I think we can get to 150. So, you know, as you guys pop in and out or whatever and check out the streams, keep up with our progress. Hopefully they do pretty good. 14 people watching. Thank you. All right, so let's see. We don't have the camera around. I try not to film the houses. If you're new here, I try not to film the addresses, anything like that. So sometimes I'll turn the camera around like this anyway, just to go into a neighborhood, and then I'll go distance away from the house or whatever, and then flip it back around. We go to the extra mile to make sure that we're not putting anybody out there. Anybody's, you know what I mean? So just trying to trying to make sure we're taking care of everybody. I'll see you guys in just a second. We'll drop this off, make this first dollar. Okay, so that was $7.50. Not too bad. How you doing? Not too bad. We will keep on rolling. See if we can get something else that's good. Got that 70% acceptance rate, so we have to take even questionable orders we may be taking here early on. Usually in the evening it heats up a little bit. We get a little bit better, orders. So $7.50 for 1.8 miles. It's not too bad to start. Wish it wasn't that much weight in the restaurant, but then again, nothing's perfect. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen out here. So we're on the weekend. We're out here on the weekend trying to hustle, trying to make some extra dollars. And not even extra dollars. We're just trying to make dollars in general. On the Doordash app, we're going to go back to where we came from. It's a pretty good area. So go over there. Welcome in everybody that just stopped in. And we got a red light. You get a good momentum and then you get the red light. That's how life is sometimes. You just get moving and you get, feeling good about it and you're like, yeah, let's go. And then it's a red light. It's like, okay, let's just wait. Jalen, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, it does pretty good this time of year. Usually it's like a busy time, but it varies, it just varies. And, day to day, right? But like if we can get the 150 a day, do that 6 to 7 days a week, it's not too bad. With an exception or two, maybe make a little less one day. It's kind of okay because of consistency. And that's what we're shooting for anyway. So that's what we're shooting for. Let me turn that heat off of that. Yeah. Okay, so the phone's plugged in today. It's plugged in already. And I don't have to run the heat because it's not as cold outside, so I'm not running as much heat, directly on the phone. So hopefully we won't have the issues we had the other day. It's all a learning process. I try to learn something every stream. Last stream, what I learned was probably just keep the dang phone plugged in and also watch out for the direct heat. All right, so we got one that's very close here, 525 for 3.9. We're gonna take that. Unfortunately, we got to get over 2 lanes and make a turn pretty quick. I'm gonna go ahead and put in that order with my turn signal. See if we can get it. See if they'll let us. Will they let us? They did. All right, we made it. We made it. So now we don't have to go down and take a U-turn. XOXO, thank you for being in the house today with us. We got a couple mods here, so that's good. That's good. We can get the trolls coming. Bring it on, trolls. We've been doing pretty good with that. We didn't have so many, we have like 1 or 2 kind of haters or whatever per stream. That's, I think, a healthy number. It's probably a good thing, right? So, yeah, we love the haters here. We love them. And, but we don't have many. Not too many, but there's enough. It's just a healthy amount. All right, so we're going to go in here and we're going to pick this up. I mean, this was real close, so. Oh, I just got to find a parking spot. Oops. That's the thing. We're going to have to park over there. Busy day. It's nice outside, so a lot of people out and about. Kind of kills the parking situation. That's all right. It's all right. We're going to find one right. Here's one. All right, we're going to back in for the maximum success when it comes time to leave. And beep, 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 backing in. There we go. All right, I'll be right back. I'm seeing that I'm not in a hurry. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta slow myself down sometimes. Just tell me to slow down. Too fast, just tell me to slow down, man. I may not slow down, but you can tell me. I'll be right back. All right, put this in the bag. That was quick, right? We almost got up for that last one. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. I'll do the best I can. No promises. All right, let's roll, ladies and gentlemen. Let's roll. So the apartment, there was no wait at the store, but the apartment is one that I'm going to need a gate to get into, or a gate code type thing. Keypad, but they did give me the information, so hopefully it won't be too troublesome, but we'll see. We'll see. Roll this window down, get some fresh air. Fresh, it's getting stuffy in here. All right. Let's see. I could give you guys the street view now. Let me get up in this light now. What do we want, chat? Let me know. Street view or me view right now? Let's see. Let me know what you want to do. We're going to switch it up like 15 times throughout the day, so this is your chance. We're at the red light. We're about to miss the chance. We'll get another chance in a minute. If you guys want to see the mean streets, then we'll do that. I tend to have more people come in when it's streets, when it's the street view. They're like, oh, you know, it's not like just this dude that like most of us don't know. So, alrighty. So we got about 6 minutes. But yeah, so I figured out that, like I said, I've just plugged the phone up, and if I really have to, I will put the AC on the vent up there. I mean, this phone does good. It's just really old, so, or kind of old-ish, right? So it's got miles on it, and it does get really hot. I think that's what happened the other night. So, like I said, we just try to make it better every stream. Doing the best I can with this. That was a great split screen, triple screen, whatever you want to call it, video there, Kendra, that you did recently, and I looked at it, I think this morning or last night. It all runs together. You can probably see it, like the bags under my eyes. It all runs together. But yeah, that was pretty good. I thought that was a good one. A little bit intense there for a little bit, but it's cool how you tied it into like a message, like of encouragement. And it is encouraging to know that life is not always going to be, I always get this wrong, sunshine and, no, it's rainbows and butterflies. It's not going to always be. Anyway, but that is encouraging, especially when it's not the rainbows and butterflies, or the butterflies and rainbows, the sunshine and you know what I mean. mean? So when things are going rough, it's especially encouraging that it's okay that things go rough sometimes. It's part of the honing process, you know, it makes us sharper. And I gotta remember that myself sometimes because I forget. Dang it, things aren't going so good. Yeah, I have a tendency to, you know, forget. People do. It's probably a very human thing in me. But supercars in the house, what's up? I've got to get over to De Leon supercars, man. It's not that, it's just that the algorithm has pulled it out of my my feed or whatever for some reason. So I've got to like make it a point. Maybe today, like while we're on the stream, I'll do it. It is the beauty of having multiple phones, and it's kind of a hack. I'd use a what do you call it? A hotspot. So that allows me to have another handset basically, so that I can go do things with it, which I use for the chat phone. You know, because this thing right here, it could be problematic sometimes. Like trying to read that or use that to keep up with the chat, it's dang near impossible. I mean, maybe the kids can do it. I don't know, like these days, but I have a hard time with it. So it's nice to have a handset, an extra phone or whatever, so I can go back and look at the chat. Which, speaking of which, I will be able to read when I stop. That's how we do it here, because I'm not going to be able to read the chat while I'm driving. So I'm going to drive. Safety first, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you for being here, and we will flip this thing around. I think I'm going to do it here soon. I'll give you guys the street view for a while. I like the suspense, so you don't know when I'm going to do it. So I like to create. They say you're supposed to create suspense when you're doing YouTube. That's what they say. So I try to do that. I don't even try. Actually, I do it without even trying. I feel like sometimes it's just because when you suck at something, like if you're not like the best, like most professional, sometimes things end up just happening. And I have a tendency, sometimes I get lucky and it just happens to be not so bad. So it's like, hey, we'll just roll with it. Maybe we pretend we meant to do that. All right. Where are we going? This is kind of odd. What's gate code? What is that, a gate code? I don't think there's anything on here that should have a gate code. Oh. So, the directions have a gate code, but this isn't an apartment. So I'm thinking that they ordered to work with their personal account. That's what I'm thinking. So let me see. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, we're gonna back in and I'm gonna drop this off. This is a business, not an apartment. I kind of thought the address was weird. I was like, what apartment is gonna be over here that has this? There's no apartments in this area. There are, but they're not gate code apartments. But that's what it was. So hopefully they ordered to the right place. We're about to find out. We're about to find out. All right. Be right back. All right, got that dropped off. Now we got a 485 to 2.1 miles, so we're gonna do that. That's a Papa John's. Okay, this guy's the coolest job for real. That's right. Thank you. You as well. Been sub for a while, but just saw this live pop up. Cool. Team Associated 10. Sometimes you don't know all the subscribers. You've been sub for a while. That's cool. Been lurking. I'm glad you said hello. When I was doing Instacart, guys on Reddit were trying to sell cheat apps that grab the highest first orders. Everyone's getting the high orders. Yeah, look, there's a lot of that stuff going on in different apps, which is a shame because then the hardworking regular people get hit hard. DeLeon's been slacking. Looks like a beautiful day out there. Yes, it is nice and sunny, and it's like 50 something degrees. Should make sure not to eat pepper spray the food. Oh, I know, right? We'll talk about that in a little bit. Search that if you haven't. Yeah, I saw it. I was just that lady did. Yeah, like why? She should go to jail for. Yeah, she should. She claimed she saw a spider going for the food and sprayed it. That's a crazy afterthought. Yeah, that's like was a crazy afterthought once she realized how much trouble she was gonna be in. Guys, you know why I think they're pushing those? And the people are crazy. Don't get me wrong. And you could look at that person and say, like, hey, look, something's off, right? Something's off a little bit, right? But I think the reason they're actually pushing a lot of these stories, you know, because it was the guy that dropped the wings and he picked them up, put them back, and then, you know, and then there was the pepper spray girl, which is wild. They should get, you know, whatever penalty for that, for sure. No doubt about it. Like, jail time, whatever. Especially the pepper spray girl. Maybe the wings guy, but he should have let them know. These are all like, this is not indicative of somebody who actually takes, you know, their job even a little bit seriously when it comes to delivery. But I think the reason they're pushing these stories, not that these people don't exist. I'm not saying that, because they do. I see them all the time in the store, and I'm like, dude, you were like, there's something crazy going on with you. And they're picking up an order, you know, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm not the person you're delivering to. I think they're pushing it though because of the robots. I'll let you guys chew on that while I go in here, but I think they're going to start introducing delivery robots soon. But I'll catch up with the chat while I'm waiting on this pizza order. Hopefully it's not a long wait. right, that wasn't too bad. Not too bad a delivery. All right, guys, y'all can't hang out right here. I gotta move the car. Let's see. Watched the NBA. Tony Allen just got pulled over for today. Oh man. Cam videos. Never seen strong. Addicted to body cam videos. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to see what crazy stuff's going on out there, right? Tells you how people don't know the Constitution. Public auditors. Public auditors are interesting. I think they always push. It's kind of I always want to see how it goes, but it's also very interesting because it's like they do kind of push the limits. They're always pushing the limits of the constitutional rights, which I get. I understand it because I can't get out of here yet because this guy's trying to get in his car. It's all good though. All right, cool. I understand it because I mean, there should be a balance. I wish we had a balance in our society between like the auditors and the and the people that are just like, take my freedom, dude. Take my freedom for safety. You know what I mean, and all that, because there are idiots out there. But like, I wish there was a balance where we could just like everybody knew the Constitution like the auditors do, but like also would it, you know, don't have to always be pushing the limits just to live free. We gotta wait. Now we're going. Okay, that's not too far, not too far. This is a pretty good order. I'll catch up with chat in a minute. I mean, this is not a big paying order, but it's like quick. We'll drop it off. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll be done. On to the next one, hopefully. I'll let you guys talk about the auditors in the comments. If that's what you're talking about. I know that, like I said, I see them, and it's interesting to watch the videos, of course. But sometimes it's like, okay, like, I can also see where the police officers sometimes, especially if they get pulled over and they're like, don't roll the window up or whatever, or I could see where sometimes they're like, okay, why can't you just like kind of cooperate a little bit? But at the same time, I have seen in my own life, I've seen police like overreach a little bit, like in my own personal life in the past, in like way back in the past. I've seen it. I know it exists, and so there's got to be a balance, man. There's got to be a balance, in my opinion. Okay, yeah. Zero comprehension of the rights. Yeah. Yeah, so it's got to be like, I don't know, I just feel like, because there are a lot of people that just don't understand, like, dude, your rights will probably be violated. That's when we talk about the flock cameras, that's kind of part of it. It's like, is it public? Yeah, it is. I guess it is public, but creating a database, like, where does that fall? You know, because creating like a searchable database of everybody's movements, is that an infringement of our rights? You know, kind of thing. And these are questions, man. They're questions that we need to ask, because nobody seems to want to ask them. They're like, oh, their cameras have nothing to hide. Well, it's not that you don't have anything to hide. It's that your movements will be used against you. You know, on my other channel, I did a video about a guy that a police officer falsely accused a woman of stealing using the flock cameras, and you know, so it's like, wow, dude. So now you're having to prove your innocence when you're not even guilty to begin with, because you were in a neighborhood at a certain time, and they can prove it with these cameras. They're going to use that to like falsely accuse you of something. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, I was doing nothing wrong. Well, that's, you know, it's tough, man. It's you got a lot of interesting questions to ask, and those flock cameras are everywhere. If I told you every time I see one while we're doing the stream today, you'd get tired of hearing it. Because they're everywhere. I'm like looking around to see them, and I'm not seeing them. You know what I mean. No, but they are there. They're everywhere. There's a few parking lots, man, that they're just like on every corner. Mostly, a lot of small towns, they're on every entrance and exit to the town. Dizar in the house. Have I ever gotten pulled over? I've been pulled over many times in my life. Many times. I used to be, I still, I guess, like speed, but I don't speed anymore because I'm working all the time. But yeah, I used to be somebody who liked to go fast and have loud cars, and been pulled over many times. So, but that was a long time ago. I still got to check out. Did you post those videos, Dizar, about the electric fixing your coolant situation on your upper battery pack? Driving a Chevy today. All right, let's see here. We're very close. We're very close to the delivery. Yeah, pretty good start for the day. Kind of smooth sailing except for that first wait. Right, the first wait was grueling. That was getting on my nerves. It's like, dude, not already. Not this early in the day. I got a long haul though today. It's only like 1 o'clock. So we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. 4021. Okay, it's in this building somewhere. It's in the building. Just park right here. Like a glove. Need to keep you, I will keep you on. Need to get to work doing stuff around the house. Thanks, Dizar. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, a few, but not very detailed. Well, I'll start checking them out. A video of a guy in casino, every facial recognition cam said it was 100% him. So they arrested him for trespassing. Come to find out it wasn't him. He's suing now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that, man. And it's like, oh yeah, I don't have anything to hide. Well, it's like, well, dude, they're gonna get you for something maybe that you didn't even do, and they'll use these cameras as an excuse. You know what I mean? So it's just it's something. It's just something you got to think about. All right, so we're at 1760. Not too bad, just getting started. Let's see. Why not? I'll take them. So we got Jersey Mike's and a Marco's, 910, 77. I'm gonna take them because we're gonna bump this acceptance rate up for success in the future here. Let's see. Why are you not working? Chat phone's not working. Probably because I went in that building. Zombie Snoop in the house. What's good, man? I've got multiple moderators in the house now. Thank you for doing this while I'm sitting on Jamie's warm, while it's freezing outside. Something. Reminds me of the days hustling. Yeah, dude, I'm in those days right now. So I'm glad it's entertaining. But that's what I'm doing. We're in the hustle phase of life. I should have been doing this. I mean, I was doing this in my 20s. I spent a lot of the money, and I had to reset in my 30s from basically zero, and now I have children, so it's like every day is a hustle day. But I appreciate you being here, man. That helps, and that helps with shoot, dude, YouTube is a side hustle too, and so I appreciate you guys. It kind of helps me out. Let's see. Trying to look with this, and it doesn't look too great for my eyes and my ears. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Merry effing Christmas, new people. That's right, team associates. First time we had the opportunity to meet. What's one? Okay. Oh, it's snowing where you live. Okay, cool. Zombie Snoop, I'm happy to see you in the house, man. Haven't seen you around the YouTube streets for a while. It's been a minute. We've been just hustling, man. I'll be on here all day, so if you want to check in and out, probably be on here all day. Hopefully, if the phone doesn't give us issues. I'm thinking, and I got them all worked out. I think I got most of the bugs worked out in our systems, so hopefully we'll be good to go. Let's go. Let's make this money. Let's collect the dollars. We have to collect them all. We have to drive around town and collect dollars. I'll give you guys I will give you guys the front view in a little bit here. Usually for the first like hour or so we just chat, and then I start like zoning in, and then I'll change the view to the street view, and then the street view people show up and they're like, yeah dude, where we at, this is cool, this looks cool. So I'll probably switch that around in just a few minutes. We got to go to Jersey Mike's and Marco's Pizza. So we'll go to Jersey Mike's first, then over to Marco's, and it's 2 pickups, 2 drop-offs. All right, let's here, I'm gonna flip the screen around, guys. Let's do that. We'll do some street view, even though it's really sunny, so it's gonna be kind of reflective. Just let me know what you guys think about that, if that's good. Let's see. I did the same in my 30s, ruined my financing, now fixing in my 40s. I still hustle, but I'm a weekend warrior. I got you. Monday through Friday. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that works. That's a clear picture. That's what's up. I wiped the window down just for you guys so you could see, because I knew this would happen. Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. So I'm hustling pretty much every day, you know. It's kind of how it is. Got the eBay hustle, which if you've watched for a while, you kind of know that. But I got the eBay hustle. I dropped a couple packages off this morning and then came out here. Then I'll do this until like 9:30 or whatever. And then, of course, we get the live stream going. And then I'll go to bed and I'll get up and do it again tomorrow. Probably won't do the live stream tomorrow, but I think I'll probably do the streams maybe every other day, 2 or 3 days like this. Just depending on how it goes, as long as YouTube and Doordash let me do all this. if you want to get your channel out more, people, but hashtags and title like Doordashing. Yeah, how about Doordash is hashtagged. Got doxxed and stopped. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, I try to be really careful with, like, I live a long ways away from here, so that's a good thing. And then also, I try to be careful with also other people's identity, almost more so than my own. But we've gotten, I think, over 200 subscribers in the last week, so it's kind of a good little clip of growth there that's happened. A lot of new people stopping in. Yeah, and biased towards the right a little bit. I have a right-leaning camera. Sorry, but that's how. My mount only has a certain amount of kind of limit that I can go on the movement right now. So I can figure out a different mount situation. But I think I figured out how to get most of the bounciness out of it. So hopefully it should be a pretty smooth experience. The knife throwing videos, yeah, I need to do that. But I'm always working, as you guys can see. If I could get to where I'm not working, I'll do that. And I would love to live stream the knife throwing, but I don't know if YouTube would like that because they might think that's a little bit reckless. You know. Well, then don't if the parents don't like when you chat in the live streams, then don't chat in the live streams. Listen to your parents. All right. All right, we're not far. So we got the Tesla dealership coming up on the right, guys. Tesla dealership. That'll be our first Cybertruck of the day. So we kind of been hunting Cybertrucks. Not like that, just like it's kind of fun to see them and say, oh, Cybertruck. Because there's a lot in this city. And a lot of my viewers, they don't have as many where they live. So the driving electric trash can. We have a lot here. Ton of Tesla Cybertrucks in the city here. And yeah, the doxing thing. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because somebody could, you know, like if somebody's stalking, and they could probably try to follow us around and stuff. I would advise against it. I can't say much more than that because I'm live, you know, but it's not advisable. I'll just say that. Tiffany, you caught it live. Thank you for being here. Yeah, dude, you found me when I'm live streaming. Congratulations to both of us. We're going to go pick up a Jersey Mike's, and we got to go pick up a, what'd I say? Marco's Pizza, I think. And then we're going to go deliver them. Try to make some money. We're trying to collect all the dollars. All the dollars, we're trying to collect them. We want them all. They're great. They're beautiful dollars. That's what we want. That's what we're here for. So that's what we're doing. All right. And there's no parking spots in this place. There's kind of a parking spot. Okay, now we're going to back right here. We're going to back in here. It's going to be kind of tight. Man, we're going to actually have to pull forward. It's a tight spot. The New World Cafe. I have a short of that building turning from, oh, I can't remember what it was, dude. It was something, and then it turned into something else, and then it went out of business. I have a short of it. And it was something like, it had that song, Oh, I don't know, dude. Guys, sorry. I don't know, but it's that building across there. And it's a short on my channel, and I did it. It's so early to the stream. That's right. That's right. This is how it begins. This is how it starts. Be right back. Let me go grab this Jersey Mike's. It's a tight spot. All right. Let's see here. 29. Yeah, dude. 30 people in the chat. Welcome in. Just picked up a Jersey Mike's. Going to go pick up a Marco's Pizza. They go to and collect the bills. Big bills, little bills, middle bills. We're trying to get all of them. We'd like to get at least 150 small bills for the day, but we'd like to try to get more than that. Even better. Even better. What did they get? Some pizzas? No? Some drink? Pizzoli. What's that? Is that like their version of a calzone? I don't even know what that is. Never worked at Marco's. All right, have a great day. Listen to your parents. Okay. Let's get down to business. It's beautiful out here. You guys see the sky? Mostly blue, which is nice. Little Corvette to our right here. Sweet. Oh my God. All right. Parking spots. Yeah, I guess we can do that. It's gonna be a tight fit though. I don't know, folks. I think I got us into a position where we're not gonna get out. All right, let's just go back over here, park over here. I'll just have to walk a little bit more, no big deal. Watch the dumpsters, guys. Don't let anybody, I don't know, take them. Thank you, Kendra. Sorry, my hands were kind of busy here working. I appreciate you. NY Gal, welcome in the house. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you here. Let's see if actually snow comes. Ohio weather predictions are 90% wrong. Hey, the weather predictions are 90% wrong everywhere. Everywhere. Yes, you have to go to the internet corner, Carter Williams, because you're being bad in my chat. So let's go to the corner. Stand in the corner. Super cold. Daily owned supercar says, hey, it's warm here. I'll give you guys a what do you call it? 51 degrees. Dude, it's so nice here right now. It is really nice outside. Vista View. Okay, all right. Millbrook, go down Millbrook. Okay, cool. Hey, we're not far from the first little drop off, so the only thing is, I gotta figure out how we want to play this. Go out to Glenwood and try to cross 4 lanes, or I can go to Millbrook and do a U-turn. I think I'm gonna go to Millbrook and do a U-turn. The U-turn. You getting some snow? Supercars, that's what's up. I would have thought you guys would have got snow way before us. We got snow technically. Of course it didn't stick, but you know, I thought, wow, that's crazy. For some of you northerners, that's pretty wild. Beat you to the punch. Now you guys are all going to be covered in snow soon. It's going to stay that way, and I'm going to be out here probably still having 50-degree days like this, I hope. Although we're supposed to get a cold snap, I think in the next couple days, and we might even get into the teens, but no snow involved, just cold air. Thank goodness. Because look, the driving conditions in the south are a little bit different. When the snow, we get that icy snow, man. We get that icy snow, and it's like, it's unsafe to drive, especially when it gets really, really cold like that, teens. And that's why everybody just slips off the road. People make fun of the people in the south, and yes, we can't really drive in the snow very good, but at the same time, there's a reason for it. It's not the best snow to drive in. Like when I was driving home the other night, I posted that short. The road was covered, everything was white, but it was like covered in snow. So it was okay to drive on, just roll through. But like later that night, I mean, it was getting so cold, it was already kind of getting sketchy out. And that morning, there were wrecks. People had wrecks because of the ice. It wasn't even snow at that point, it was ice. Where it had melted and then refroze for the morning. So, going to the first drop off. Not the best set of orders, but we're working on that AR, the acceptance rate, rather. When I say AR, I think it's something else, so maybe I'll just say acceptance rate. Which it should be getting better, because this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 orders in a row. I know last night I took 3 orders in a row, so that's 7 orders in a row. So I would imagine the acceptance rate is looking a little bit better. Appreciate my chat, appreciate my mods. Everybody's doing a great job today. And if any of my mods have to leave or whatever, that's okay. Just let me know. I can definitely take over. But I appreciate you guys being here. Just a little busy though at the same time. You know what I mean? Kind of working here. All right. Park a couple houses down from where we need to be. I'll do the walking back. Be right back. just like that. He's back. Oh, man. I think I'm missing something here. Oh yeah, dude, I was missing all that chat. I was like, dude, I know. I know my chat. Some said something. Keep up the great work. Something. I don't know. Maybe they added a tip. I'm not sure. I missed that. We are not ready for snow. Not supposed to get gray man. Not supposed to get above 0 for the next few days. Whoa. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to stay away from that area. Yeah, Supercars is in New York. That's what I was saying. I would have thought you guys would have got snow. But at the same time, once you get snow, y'all are going to have snow. We get it, and it's only around for a day or two, so not so bad here. But there's Mrs. NY Gal. What is up? All right, let's go. We got one more little drop off. Check out this car, dude. Man, Lotus. You don't see those a lot anymore. Sweet. And they got a motorcycle. A lot of people that have those little Lotus have like the Elises and all those, the Exige. They have, they're like motorcycle people too. It's kind of funny because there's nothing to those cars. They're just tiny, you know what I mean? They're just tiny, lightweight, nimble, very nimble cars. And if you like motorcycles, you probably like those too. It makes sense, man. It makes sense. I like small cars too. Never been a huge motorcycle person. I'm not saying I don't like them. I just never used one for commuting and things like that. But all right, let's go. Okay. All right, cool. We got a little cruise here, about 10 minutes. Yeah, that was a cool little neighborhood. I mean, there's a lot of little small places like that kind of around here. And then you got apartments across the street, all these apartments. The trees with no leaves. But you know, it's wintertime. Well, not even, but almost wintertime. Hop down to Edwards Mill and go in this neighborhood from that side. I think I could enter it from this side, but I'm not so sure. And I think it has a gate. I don't think they have the code. No, I don't see a code. We gotta go this way. Kind of the direction like you would go to the fairgrounds. To the right is a quarry, which you can't really see, but there's a quarry down there. You want to get your fix on heights. Stream down there. I'd like to explore some of that one day when we get time. Some of the walking trails in Raleigh have some very interesting little side quests that you can get on, and it's right up our alley. We just don't have time to go walking around all the time. I gotta make this money, unfortunately. That's what the bills need money to be paid. So burning calories isn't gonna work, but one day we'll go burn some calories and we'll go explore all the little features. Welcome in, Gray Man. Thank you for being here. You blended right in, so I didn't see you. The true Gray Man. So, all right, 2 stoplights. We'll take a left and to the neighborhood. Once we get into the neighborhood, I might flip the camera back. I don't know how the addresses are done, so play it by ear. Oh no, no problem, De Leon. So I'm trying to make 150 most days. 150. Some days are better. Some days are worse. But yeah, you know what I mean? Today we're gonna shoot for minimum 150. And if we can get past that and get beyond that and do more, we'll do more. But it could take all day. North Carolina, I'm pretty sure, like in New York, I would hope that the tips are better. Same with people on the West Coast, I would hope so, because the cost of living is substantially more up there. And the tips are part of it. I mean, most of the money's made in tips, to be real, guys. These tech companies, they use all of us. Like, I use my car, and they use the customer tips to entice me to take the deliveries. For example, an order might be, say it's a $7 order. Usually $2 of that is base pay. That's what we'll get from Doordash, which they take from the fee that they take from the customer. And then they'll take 3, I take 2 type thing. And then you get the, what do you call it? The tip. So say it has that would be a $5 tip. $7 delivery. So that's how it kind of works. So most of the money is made pretty much in tips. And unfortunately, I don't think that's covered under the no tax on tips. But like I talk about all the time, the reason I like gigs like this is there are mileage deductions that you can take advantage of, and that can be super useful. So it's like 63 cents a mile or something like that. So you can imagine if you do 150 miles to do $150, 63 cents being roughly 2/3 of that. Theoretically, not financial or tax advice, you'd be paying taxes on about 50 of that 150 because the rest is deducted from mileage. And that's meant to be a deduction to cover wear and tear on the vehicle, gasoline, things like that. So if you can operate your car under 63 cents a mile, then you do pretty good. You get to take advantage of that, right? A regular job doesn't have that. And we talked about it because a lot of times, certain states seem to think that drivers would be better off if they were W-2, had the benefits and all these things. But the problem with that is you would immediately lose the ability to do those type of deductions. And if you were still using your car, this would be a huge loss. It would be taking advantage of the driver even more that way, if that makes sense. But they'll never do that. But anyway, it's a contract thing, so you either do it or you don't do it. And this is the thing about the person that sprayed the spray paint, or not spray paint, but the pepper spray, right, on that bag. They should have never took that order. If you were going to be upset about that order, you should have never took it. right? Don't take it. It's a contract. You don't have to take the order. So if I think that I'm taking an order is going to ever make me so mad that I would lose my cool and do something stupid, I just wouldn't take that order. You just don't do it. And you're out here, you get to choose what you do and what you don't do out here. So it's really ridiculous to see people getting upset about it. Because A, you don't have to do the gig. You go get a regular job if you wanted to. And B, you don't have to take the order, even if you are doing this. So it's just interesting. I mean, I know people with acceptance rates of like 20%. I just happen to think that the strategy of trying to be platinum right now is what's the better option if you want the bigger tips and stuff like that to actually come your way. I think that there is a bit of a weighted factor in the algorithm on that. I could be wrong. Nobody really knows, but I think that's what I do. But everybody else doesn't have to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can kind of play this the way they want to play it. Hey, Leo, and you saw that Lotus. That was pretty cool, man. I love that yellow. You see them in, I think, red and white as well, but that yellow was fantastic. If you're going to drive a car like that, you might as well go for the yellow, right? Stunning. And you don't see a lot of them anymore. You used to see them all the time. We would go to the, like we were hanging out in the parking lot, things like that, hanging out at car shows, car meets. You just see those Lotuses just pop in quite frequently. I'm going to pause right here, and I'm going to turn the camera back around. We're going to parallel park here for a second, and we're just going to turn the camera around, and then we're going to go deliver to the house, several houses up, so just keeping everybody's privacy in mind. But yeah, so today we're probably looking for, I don't know, 150 or better. 150 at the minimum. Definitely stay out till we get 150, but beyond that, we'll see. Hey, how's it going? All right, let's see. Got your drinks in this bag right here. Whatever these things are. Tizzoli. Yes, sir. All right. There you go. All right, my love. You have a good day. Turn around. Let's driveway up here, I think. Let's see your phone first. Hopefully the neighbor isn't upset with us turning around. There's no cul-de-sac at the end of this road. I have to turn around this way. The sun is bright. It's challenging. We haven't seen the sun in the last couple of days like that, so it's been just in the clouds, behind the clouds, just hiding. Oh, continue. Something like that is delivered. I drove away before I did that. That's because, so when they come up on you like that, the problem is, you drive away not marking the order as delivered. ATL fell in love. You liked Atlanta? Yeah, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. I haven't been in Atlanta, Georgia in years. It's been a long time. But welcome to the house, Atlanta, Georgia. Andy Saberhagen. It's a nice neighborhood, yes. Oop, almost reported you, Kendra. Oops. Accept. All right, so we're gonna take an 875 plus for 3.75 miles to Chick-fil-A. That's our next order. Do you deliver food for more than one company? Right now, I just do Doordash. I used to have an Uber account. My cars are too old for Uber right now, so I can't get into that account to do Uber Eats, even though I don't think it should matter for the food delivery, but I'm not able to do that right now. So for now, it's just DoorDash, and yeah, let's see if we can make enough money to escape. I don't know if that's going to happen with just DoorDash, guys. But that's why, and I always tell people to have some kind of backup. So my backup isn't necessarily other gig apps. It's more so like eBay and things like that. And yeah. And here recently, YouTube, you know what I mean? The streaming does pretty good. So it's helped out a little bit, little things here and there. Just putting it all together. But for right now, I just stick with the DoorDash. And a lot of people multi-app. But the algorithm on DoorDash, I think that it's geared towards, I think they've recognized that that's what's going on in a lot of cases. And they've geared towards favoring you staying on one app. But once again, everybody do what you want to do. I'm not, I mean, as far as the apps and stuff, I'm not going to tell anybody. Okay, we got, hopefully we don't lose the signal. I've got to go to the mall. I've got to go to a parking deck. This could be tricky. Could be tricky. Maybe I'll figure out a way where we don't have to go to the parking deck. I think I can do that. Or if we do, it'll just be like very quick, and I'll let you know when we're gonna do it. So the stream will probably want to drop, but we'll get it back because I can go. I think this is a way I can go through the parking deck to a zone that is not under the parking deck, and I can walk in and get the orders. So that way, we'll just have to see. We'll check the strength of the stream as we go in, and we'll play it by ear. Either way, you guys could see part of the mall, so that's cool. It's fun, right? Yeah, I may be able to just drop in like at the very bottom, and I'll go up the stairs. There's a gap there. I don't know if we'll be able to get, if our signal's gonna get killed or cut. I don't know, dude. Let me think about this. I got about 1 minute to figure this out. About a minute to figure this out. I should put the camera on forward there. It's going to be Crabtree Valley Mall. I've got a way we can do this, so we're not going to go into the parking deck. Well, we are going to go partially. All right, in the chat, you guys got to check the signal. I think I am going to go. I am going to go in the parking deck. I hate that you guys are missing this. Pause real quick. See if we lose the signal. If we don't lose it, we're good. We'll just keep it. If we do lose it, then we'll get it back. This is not that bad, I think. K-swap the Lotus, that's right. It would be nice. Second floor. How's the stream, guys? Is it good? All right. I'll just keep it. I'll park right here. Starting to get glitchy. Okay, you know what'll be better? This will be parked next to the edge. Like this. How's that? We're still here. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hopefully we don't lose it. We still here? Oh yeah, we'll be seeing some Christmas lights tonight, probably. I mean, I can't completely guarantee it, but let's just say I can pretty much guarantee that if we're here still streaming tonight, we'll see some Christmas lights. Maybe it's not going to be incredible, but it'll be we'll have some. My name's John. You can call me John. That's what they call me. All right. Yeah, you should do that, Kendra. You should go. That'd be cool. Cool as all get out. All right, let's see. We're gonna go back out the bottom way, which may be a mistake, but it was so crowded in that mall, guys. It was like, you ever hear that the human noise? The noise of like masses of humans. Just tons of people. Like, the noises that people make. It's almost like all the voices are just one little hum, and you can't really distinguish any single voice. But anyway, it was kind of crazy, man. It's a little much for me. Come on, guys. Looks like the stream's dying. We need to get out from under this thing. Go. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be a little glitchy until we get out from under here, guys. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Dude, the ski mask thing is kind of sketchy. Like, why are you walking down the street with it? That's crazy, man. It's not even cold outside. That's kind of sketchy, dude. I would not let you behind me where I can't see you. All right, we're back. I think we got the stream back. Let's go. I'll flip the camera back around when we get closer to the address, because I think it is a house. I'm gonna figure this out. But anyway, you guys will be able to see the streets out in front of the mall. Catch up with the chat in a minute. Thank you for being here. We're in Raleigh, North Carolina, doing a little Doordashing, trying to make a couple bucks. We're collecting all the dollars. Yeah, dude, it's kind of wild, man. There's a Doordasher out here that does that, and he actually Doordashes that way. Like, he literally comes into the restaurant, and he doesn't talk. He just shoves the phone in the face of whoever, and so they can see the name. And he's got the ski mask or whatever like that. And it's just sketchy as all get out. Dude, I don't let him behind me. I never do. In fact, one day he was trying to like get behind me. He thought it was funny. And I like wasn't letting him get behind me where I couldn't see him. It was just bad, man. It was weird. I was like, dude, you are cruising for a bruising, dude. Not from me. I'm just saying, out there in the world, dude, somebody gets sketched out, because that definitely sketches people out, man. Makes people nervous, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. And like today, it's 50, I'll tell you right now, it's 50, what do you call it? Come on. 52 degrees, so you don't need that. And sunny. I'm getting kind of hot in my sweatshirt. Let's put it that way. No problem, Kendra. I dash almost every day, yeah. Yeah, how about the traffic, man, right? I guess you could say this is mall traffic, because the rest of the city's not exactly like this today on a Saturday, but yeah, this is the section of town right in front of the mall here. It can be this way. And then 5 o'clock traffic could be this way too. But the good thing today, guys, is we don't have 5 o'clock traffic. We have, it's Saturday, so just the mall traffic. That's what all this is. The rest of the city should be good. Pretty smooth sailing. They gave me some really weird directions. Like they said push gate something in the driveway. I don't know. 15 degrees tomorrow night in Raleigh. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be wild. I'm not. Yeah, dude, Andy, I agree with you. I don't like large crowds either, and there's nowhere to get like in a corner or like dude, you feel like you're trapped everywhere, like in the mall. It was bad. So many people, and you have to go through this little kind of they have it like roped off where you have to go to pick up the order from Chick-fil-A. I'm surprised they got in and out of there so quickly. I don't know what the appeal is of being in there with all those crowds, but it seems quite popular. I'm gonna probably flip this around in a minute when this light flips. When this light switches, I'm gonna flip it around. Because I don't know the layout of this house. Yeah, or shop like when there's no crowds, like during off season. That's when you get better deals anyway. You know, they'll say they have Christmas deals, but they're not really deals. That's what they plan on selling to everybody anyway. Maybe they're trying to get rid of some inventory for tax purposes. All right, I'm gonna flip this around because light's about to switch. Just because this next house, I don't know where it's at, so I don't want to film their house. Well, they have weird directions, weird instructions, and they're kind of unclear. And so hopefully we get this delivery done the way they like. I don't know if that was worth it going into that. Getting in and out of the mall took longer than I would have liked. But we're back on the road again. We'll do a recap of where we're at once we get this dropped off to update on the numbers. We're pretty close to North Hills. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an order over there. If we do that, I definitely got to flip the camera around and show you guys North Hills, Midtown, all of that stuff. And I bet it's busy over there too. But it's a sight to see if you haven't seen it. I think that's where that tunnel is that we got to go check out soon. Just drove over it. It's a tunnel and it lights up at night, different colors or whatever. Always, not just for Christmas. It just lights up, and we're gonna go visit that at some point pretty soon. Probably in a video, probably not live. Tunnels and lives don't do very good together, so we'll probably video it. Oh, I see what they're talking about now. All right, I gotta cross the street for this one. Sketchy. All right. Back. As soon as I can get out, some cars coming. that ended up being $10, which put us at $36.95. We got a Panera Bread, $5.40 for 4. We're gonna take that. Taking almost all of them early in the day like this. And I don't think there's no danger in doing this now. So we're gonna do that. See, we're not gonna be right at Midtown, but we're gonna be close to Midtown. So let's see some more sights. Turn that off. Probably not good to sit there and listen to that. 32 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out on a Saturday. Every day I'm hustling. Like Rick Ross. But not like Rick Ross at all. It's kind of a nice area. I don't know what New York's like because I've never been there, but I think I'd rather live here. I don't even live here. I live in the country. I live in the woods. I just come up here to work, but I have lived here. I have lived in the city here for a few years. Lived in the apartment, we do the apartment thing where you share the apartment with friends, kind of thing. Me and a buddy. Basically, everybody has their own bathroom and room and everything. Just kind of do it that way. So that was nice. Worked out, saved a little money. Wasn't as expensive back then though. I can't even remember how much our rent was, but it couldn't have been more than like $1,100 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with the kitchen and the fireplace, all that stuff. I bet that same apartment today is at least $2,000. Maybe more though. Still doable, but goodness, it's a big difference over time. Yeah, mostly. I've spent some time in Florida, and yeah, but mostly I've been in North Carolina. 90% of my life. Probably over. I've lived in different places though. I lived in Pitt County for a while. It's over down near Greenville. I've lived in, like I said, here, Raleigh. Lived in a couple other various places. Been all around North Carolina. Yeah, probably should, I don't really want to wait for this. I kind of messed up here. I shouldn't have gotten this right lane as quickly as I did. Maybe we'll get moving. Oh, red light. Yeah, I should have went through. I should have went to the left and just went through. All right. Looks like we're gonna have to wait. Got the bread. So we're about to pick up. You see those buildings over there on the left-hand part of the screen, beyond this car. All of that stuff got built in a very short period of time. An incredibly short period of time. You probably can't see the scale of it, but it's pretty wild. It used to be a forest over there, and then turned it into that. Whole shopping center section over there. They have what do you call it? Apartments, luxury apartments. All right, take care, Daily on Supercars. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy the day. You guys will get snow soon, and you'll be going around in the snow. Hopefully find some car meets. Gonna post something up. I'll check you out. God does incredible video of cars. Highly detailed, 4K. Just amazing. Instagram level stuff, and but on YouTube too. But I think mostly on Instagram. Yeah, we're kind of getting caught up in all the traffic zones today. That's the annoying thing about Raleigh, is there's certain zones that if you have to go to these areas, you get caught up in the traffic. But our turn is right here. We're going into this shopping center on the right. The Bonefish Grill, Chipotle, Panera, a GNC, and probably no parking. I'm gonna find out. Man, I was right. This is gonna be interesting. Gotta find a place to park. Okay, we're not gonna back into this one. We're just gonna pull in because it's probably not smart, but we got people behind us that are gonna get angry. We have to take our chances. All right, be right back. As you can take a look at the First Citizens Bank across the street. It is a completely round building. When you walk in, it's round. It is. It's round just the way it looks. So check that out.
like a big box of like the Jenny's ice cream.
Yeah, that was very disappointing. So I had to wait for just to be told that they don't have the order, and they said, "Oh, we may not have it yet, whatever." So yeah, so I understand from that order, man. All that waiting. I'm just gonna sit here. We're gonna sit here and see if we can get another order like here. Dude, it's crazy. Oh, let's see. Where are we at, dude? What are you guys talking about? Craig, welcome in. How was your did you sleep well the other night, buddy? Oh, it looks like they're talking about dude, you showed up right when they were mentioning the orbs. The orbs. Those are balls. All right. Yeah, his ears were burning. Your ears, Craig. That is how we're gonna start, just like that. Well, welcome to the live stream. Hopefully we get another order here. I don't have to move. That's right. This is just for you, Craig. I thought you were coming in, dude. Figured I'd put these would hang those balls right there. Nice little memento for you. Let's see. Chewy's 5.25 for 1.4 miles. We're gonna have to take it because we don't have much choice. Guys, I waited for what was it? Almost 10 minutes, dude, for that order, and it just didn't show up. I asked them, and they said, "Well, it just hadn't shown up in the system yet." It's okay. They said, "What was it?" It was like a soup and a cookie. So they were gonna have it ready for when it showed up. It never did. So I had to get off the order. Now we got a Chewy's. We got to go across the street. Definitely gonna flip you back around though because it's gonna be Midtown. But yeah, hi Craig. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, we'll move on from the balls. You won't have to look at them all day. Probably they'll come out again at some point. Probably later on when it gets towards dark. Yeah, it was a cookie. They have a cookie called the kitchen sink. That's what it was. Now I gotta decide how I wanna play this. How do we want to get to Midtown from this side of the road? We don't have many options. But Six Forks is pretty backed up right now. This is just a cluster. This is a mess, dude. This is what you call a mess. Oh, look, there's more in those trees right there, Craig. You're probably tired of cookies by now. Let's see here. Yeah, this is not worth. This juice is not worth the squeeze out here, dude. With this traffic right here, dude, in this area. Goodness gracious, dude. I've got to get out of here and go north or something. I don't want to be in these shopping centers and malls anymore, dude. We haven't made much money at all over here. Not trying to be upset. That last order was a $10 order, though, so they ended up adding a little something. Yeah, something about the stream, and you keep showing up and when the balls are hanging. That's all right. It's okay, Craig. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Just pretend it doesn't exist. All right. I guess on the upside is, even though I'm not making any money right now, because you can see I'm having to move through this, you guys get to see the scenery, so that's cool. These shops and whatnot. Probably looks cool, right? Holla 6448. What's going on? Sometimes it isn't. Pins for Stanley 66. This moment, but for the day, I think it will be. You got to count the cost for yourself. Everybody's situation is different. Man, what a mess, dude. What a mess right now. I'm just gonna write this hour off for making money, dude, because we've been in parking lots trying to get through this traffic. It's crazy. All right, we're trying to stay positive though. The positive note is you get to see Raleigh. So it's kind of like, I'm just gonna pretend we're doing Raleigh tours and not Doordashing. Okay, that's what we're actually doing, is we're just giving a tour of Raleigh. And if we make a couple dollars on Doordash on the side, that's good. That's kind of how I'm gonna look at this. Got to justify it.